Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. Just to continue off with the Sky News story that, in the last podcast. Just the way that it was gate-kept, the way that after listening to that, how you would be, what you would be thinking after listening to those three stories. The first you'd be listening about plastics, don't buy any more plastics, it's your fault, so stop buying them, or pay more money for plastics so that you stop putting them in the ocean, even though it's not you doing it, it's the manufacturers who are making the plastics who should have the responsibility to pay for getting rid of it, or it's whoever's putting it into the ocean, these businesses that are looking after the refuse. And then you got the Saudi story, and so with that, it's to do with the weapons. So that's the most important thing. We know we sell weapons to Saudi Arabia, even in this day and age. We're making weapons to kill each other, we're selling them to other people so they can kill people. That's their intention. Weapons don't just sit in a box, do they? You look at Yemen to see that. But it doesn't matter, because if we don't sell, someone else will sell. And wait a minute, people will lose jobs. So don't worry about the blood on your hands. Just carry on making the weapons and selling them, because they're buying them, or they're going to make them themselves. So we'll lose out this money. So let's not worry about that. Let's keep selling them these weapons. So that's what you're left with, that. And the third thing, food, organics. Even though common sense, it would suggest that a natural way is better for the animal, better for the meat, better for you in general. And even this proves it, especially when you have the plastics into the situation. It's nothing to do with that. It's not to do with the animal, it's to do with your poor and not middle class. So don't go out and spend lots of money on organic food. Carry on eating the food that you're eating and die of all the diseases that is connected with that. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. It's just so funny how these stories are kept like that. It's just no wonder people don't, shout, I'm as mad as hell, I'm not going to take this anymore. I mean, there's nothing in that from the studio. You think there's such a big stories, and they're not even, angry about any of this. Angry about the other thing is like the meat. Look at the meat. The meat, they're readily admitting that meat has connections to cancer, that it's carcinogenic. Yet people are still putting it in their trolleys. How is that possible? How many warnings do we really need? But we will carry on doing it because of the flippant manner in which it was addressed. On cigarettes, they have to put warnings. I think they should start having to put these warnings on meat, and then people may actually stop buying it, thinking, not realising that the reason they're all getting cancer is because of what they're shoving in their mouths. And this journalist thing, it seems really suspicious. I don't get it. The story keeps changing. The fact that they keep talking about this double wearing a fake beard. I've seen the CCTV footage. I don't know whether it's that clear that you can see it's a fake beard. I mean, surely it's not one of those fake beards with the plastic noses. I mean, and the only reason they're saying the fake beard, they may know it's a fake beard, but I'm sure you can't see it on that CCTV footage. But the reason they're saying it is because then that makes you instantly think it's a double. It instantly buys into their story because of the fake beard aspect. But I'm sure if you look at that CCTV footage, can you see a fake beard? Is it that easy to spot one? I suppose when you're looking for it is. And also the manner in which it's done. Russia and Saudi now are starting to assassinate people in plain sight, as it were. I mean, unless they're trying to send a message like fear us, we don't care what you think. And I know some people have different mentalities, than the West, because the West do it. We have a history of assassinating people. Look at Egypt. There's lots of different ones that Britain and America have been involved in, but they do it a bit more subtly. You would have thought if you want to kill someone, why do it in a foreign country, and why do it in a consulate? Why wouldn't you just make it look more natural? Like they hung themselves. Like, what was that in the guy in the Iraq War, Dr. David Kelly, I think it was. You know, there's a lot more subtle ways that you can go about killing people. I mean, haven't they seen James Bond? Just seems a bit like, I don't know if it's a plant, it's a setup, there's some other story going on, it's the, you know, making you see one way, but maybe this man is really alive and they just want him to do something else. Is he really a dissident? You know, I don't know. Is this a way for him to become a spy for a different country? Maybe he was a spy all along and he's not really a journalist. You know, when you only know that he's a dissident journalist because they tell you he's a dissident journalist. So don't always believe what you hear. But the fact is, if you look at all these different stories, you know, to do with what we're eating, the plastics, all this stuff, the lies, all the way that it's reported to you, so that you don't have any concern, you don't care about it, and you trust these people. Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.